Welcome to Murica Radio, radio for and by Americans.
Welcome back, all you Americans. I'm Clint.
And I'm Billy.
And we are back once again on episode 2 to entertain you and give you some stuff to really think about.
Or just laugh at and call us stupid for, but hey, either way.
I like to dream.
I like to dream as well.
So, we're going to have a pretty good episode today. I'm going to go ahead and give you a little highlight of what we're going to be talking about. We'll be talking about boob jobs, internet censorship, and we're also going to be talking about lawsuits and the kind of frivolousness of them now. So, before I get things started, I want to go ahead and throw something off to Billy. Billy, what kind of old person do you want to be?
You know, I kind of want to be the old person that, like, honestly, everybody thinks is pretty cool. Like, oh, that old dude over there, he's a pretty cool guy. You know?
He'll give you beer if you give him $20.
Yeah, he'll go to the store and he'll buy you liquor. You know, I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying when I'm 70, who gives a shit?
Right.
What about you, buddy?
I've always joked about, whenever I get older, I want to, have grandkids. I want to be called Pappy.
Yeah.
And then I want to be known for being very aggressive, so they're going to call me Slappy Pappy. And then I want to be put in a nursing home, and I'm still going to be kind of a perv like I am now. So I'm going to be pinching the nurses' asses and stuff, so they're going to call me Slap Happy Pappy. And that's kind of my dream.
So when somebody says, hey, you want to go see Slap Happy Pappy?
You're going to be talking about me.
You'll just silently be in your room in the nursing home going, somebody said it.
Yeah, pretty much. Either that or I'm going to be the guy that loses his mind completely.
At
and
like
runs
60?
Yeah. No, probably like 45.
Yeah.
And just runs naked down in the middle of the street talking about panda bears are coming.
You can achieve that a lot sooner by acid.
You must sacrifice yourself to the holy pube. Do it now.
Okay, little background. We played Cards Against Humanity the other night.
If you haven't done it, do it.
And don't judge yourself when you're done. But one of the cards said, rumors say that the Vatican has a special room dedicated to blank. And one of us played a card that says, a stray pube. So we went off. Pube be with you in his curly benevolence. Pube watch over you.
May the pube guide you upon your journey.
But just don't follow the pube exactly because you'll go in small, curly, tight circles.
So if you hear us reference a pube, now you know why. Speaking of pube, something that rhymes with pube, boob. Who doesn't love them?
I like boobs.
I do too.
Boobs make me happy.
So what I want to talk about now is boob jobs. When are they too much? And when is too young to get them? Let
me go ahead and say this. I do think that there are some circumstances, in my honest opinion, that if you get a boob job and you have this reasoning, then it's good. If you've had a lot of kids, you're very self-conscious, they're kind of lost their luster, and you want something, makes you feel better about yourself and you get just a little bit of work done, good for you. Awesome. I'll stare at them either way. Doesn't matter to me, that in today's society, there are a lot of younger and younger people getting them, and they don't need to. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird that they're paying for 16-year-olds because they're not even done developing yet. So there's still a chance that I understand you get picked on, you get teased, stuff like that, but there's still a chance that as they're developing, they're going to grow in a little bit more, and as they get older, they're going to grow a little bit more. So I don't see why putting breast implants on somebody that young is a good thing.
Well, that whole thing opens up a lot of complications because as they develop, if there's implants in there, they're going to develop around them, and it's going to be either painful or it's going to be a serious health hazard because they might bust.
Yeah. So I don't think it's a good idea. I think you should go subtle with it.
Yeah.
If you get breast augmentation done, and that's a proper name for it, then you should have, you should go up like a cup size.
At the most.
Don't go crazy.
Go from an A to a D.
Yeah, I mean, I would say going from an A to a smaller C.
Yeah.
Would be okay. B to a small D would be okay. But kind of keep it in the realm of possibility. If your boobs can be used as a flotation device for both you and a small Puerto Rican family, it's too much.
You hear that story about the woman that had that back stretcher, and apparently she had huge F or G size breasts, and she went upside down and she couldn't breathe. She actually suffocated to death.
Yeah,
1,000 Ways to Die, I think, did it. Her boobs killed her.
What about the lady that got the third boob? because she said she was tired of dating. Did you hear about that?
I did, and I'm sorry, I gotta say this right now. If you have 3 boobs, that's gonna make me want to be with you even more.
I'm at least going to want to hang around just trying to see him.
Yeah, I mean, that's 3 times the fun.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's not gonna drive men away. It's gonna make us go, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I
want to touch it.
I don't think her reasoning for it was a real reason at all. I think she just wanted the attention and wanted to come up with something that.
Well, they still proved it fake.
Yeah.
It was it was just a chunk of makeup basically that they had put in between her breasts and.
But I mean, it's one of those things where you just
we all grew up with that thought in our head, that fantasy from Total Recall.
Total Recall,
the 3rd
baby.
boob chick. Come on.
Yeah.
Or Kung Pao, the 1 boob chick.
It would be very hard to motorboat a 3 boob chick.
It would. You wouldn't know where to go. Do you get like different tones on either side?
I don't know.
Like, is this one a little more high pitch and this one's a little lower tone?
Which one would you focus on?
Yeah. That's multitasking, and as men, we're not very good at that.
No,
That's just a whole host of problems.
It would be bad. We just end up just clawing aimlessly.
You know, at the same time, I think there is and should be an age limit. You know, even if your parents consent.
Even for reductions.
It shouldn't be allowed. You should have to at least wait till you're an adult, till you're done developing, and I think it's like 22, 23 for females, and 25 for males. So, you know, if you're 23, 24, you're done developing, you've grown all you're going to grow, and then you decide you want to go either way, do it. Just don't be crazy with it, you know? Don't get carried away and just walk around with, as you said, a raft.
Boobs are great. Bigger boobs are awesome. And I'm sorry, if any guy tells you there's no such thing as too big a boob, he's a freaking liar, and he's just trying to be a guy in front of his buddies, because there is. There's too big of a boob. Once you get to a certain size, it's just nasty and gross.
You know, and each guy has their preferences. One guy might like huge ones, one guy might like little mosquito bites. And that's him, you know? If you can find somebody that has something that you like, go for it.
Yeah. Be happy with who you are. That should be the bullet point of this. Be happy with who you are.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm not the best looking guy in the world. I'm not the skinniest guy in the world. But I really don't care what other people think about me, because I'm happy with who I am.
Yeah, because you were made that way. Obviously, somebody knew what they were doing.
Yeah. God had a sense of humor.
I mean, look at you.
Exactly. That's my point.
Okay, and, you know, we're out on the internet. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. And we're talking about stuff like this and stupid people and boob jobs and I like boobies and all that. And that opens up another door for the internet censorship.
Yeah.
You know, we live in a country where we're supposed to have freedom of speech, freedom of press, everything like that. We can put out whatever we want to, whenever we want to, and it's all right. And if it offends you, then it is within your power to look at something else.
Yeah.
To ignore it. Don't protest everything that you see on the internet, because half of that crap ain't even true.
Yeah. I just don't see, like, Facebook is a perfect example. Facebook will not show you a set of boobs. Like, you cannot go on Facebook and be like, hey, boobs. Awesome.
However, you can go on Twitter and see it.
Yeah.
You can go on Twitter and see a lot more than just boobs.
Yeah. But the thing with Facebook is that I've seen it because it's popped up on my feed. You can't see a set of boobs. It gets thrown away. You get written up.
You get banned from Facebook for like a day.
Yeah. But there's these things coming up. Child gets eaten by tiger. Watch the horrific video here.
And the thumbnail for the video is just wrong.
Yeah. Woman gets decapitated by Palestinian stupid heads. And it's actually a video. 99% of them are fake. I know.
It's still graphic as hell.
But it's still graphic. It's still nasty. It's still popping up on my news feed. If I got to look at that, I should be able to say, hey, boobies.
And you know, it kills me because you can't see boobs on Facebook. You can see a really huge fat dude almost completely naked. Mm-hmm. You can see a bare man's ass. Mm-hmm. You can't see a bare female anywhere. Mm-mm. Why? What is the logic behind that?
Well, I think it goes back to the old, the olden days of the way things were. Women were supposed to be covered.
Yeah.
You have your no spots and your good spots. And that's the only way I could think of to put it right there. But, you have that. And for men, there's a whole lot less of men's boobs aren't used for anything sexual at all.
Yeah.
I mean, some guys do, I guess. But for the vast majority, women's boobs are still considered sexual.
Yeah.
So that's where that comes in.
Yeah, but then you see a picture of like Channing Tatum
Yeah.
in a Speedo on Facebook.
Yeah.
I gotta say, if you talk to any female, they're gonna say, "Oh, he's hot as hell."
Mm-hmm.
But if there's a naked female on my wall, like if I catch it before it gets taken down, and I say, "Wow, she's hot. Look at those boobs," and go back to my grunting, I'm a pig.
Watch out for the feminists.
You're
a disgraceful human being.
It's degrading to women. No, it's not. If it was degrading, they wouldn't do it.
Yeah. They make a ton of money doing it.
You just ugly.
They make more money than you do not shaving your armpits.
Did you see the ugly feminist that was standing outside the Hooters saying Hooters is degrading to women? Mm-hmm. So all the Hooters girls came outside and started giving free drinks out.
Yeah, and they actually tried to give her chicken wings.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
She refused violently.
She sucks.
It's funny because it's true. But that's what bothers me. Anybody who knows how to use Google can type in a Google search bar, boobs, image, yay.
And there's millions and millions of results. And there's some other stuff thrown in there.
Yeah, stuff you don't want to see.
Yeah.
But you can't go on Facebook and just say, hey, look, there's this woman who is very scantily clad and looking very nice. Even if it's like an artistic picture. We're not even talking like porn-wise. Don't think of it as we're going like porn, whether it be softcore, hardcore, whatever. Don't think of it like that. There is artistic nudes. You can't even see that.
You go to art class, you're gonna have to paint a nude model.
And you're gonna have to paint a wang.
Yeah.
At some point in time. Yeah, you're gonna have to draw wangs. So, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get what is the big deal with it.
There is a line. There's a limit to censorship. I can understand that. Hey, I can't even understand if you say, "Hey, I don't want my kids to see that." Your kids are gonna see it. Okay. If your kids are on Facebook, they know how to work the internet well enough to look up whatever the hell they want.
Not only that, if you're going to have your kids, I'll stop you right there. That becomes the responsibility of the parents.
Exactly.
That becomes your responsibility as a parent to know how to use your computer or your child's computer well enough to set up passcodes and safe locks to where your children cannot access that material. And you can do it. With the way computers are set up now, you can make sure that kid can only go to nickjr.com. And that's it. So it's not society's fault.
Yeah.
It's your fault. That's just like with music. They want to talk about, oh, the music is so bad. They're making kids do this and do that. No, it's the music that you let your kids listen to. My kids love Danger Zone. Kenny Loggins, baby, from Top Gun. Hell yeah.
And Fall Out Boy Centuries.
Yeah. My kids are not going to listen to the latest Lil Wayne rap where he says the N-word 30 times and thinks it rhymes with baseball.
They're not going to listen to Anaconda, which, by the way, was freaking awful.
Oh, my God. Look, if that's what counts as music nowadays, I'll stay, in my time period.
Yeah. My point is, for this whole thing, is if we really wanted to, on Murica Radio, we could be the most vulgar, disgusting people we wanted to. We're not gonna, because that's not who we are. But the option's there. It's on YouTube. You can say whatever you want. The only reason we're not is because it's called respect and responsibility. Don't censor everything just because it's going to piss off one or two people. Yeah. If it's going to piss them off, deal with it. You're always going to have naysayers with anything you do.
And with most things, if you don't like it, turn it off.
Yeah.
I mean, I do that with my TV all the time. I'll see something on TV I don't like, I turn it off. I don't complain. I just turn it off.
Next thing you know, they're going to be suing Facebook because they showed a bikini picture.
Oh, God, it's probably already happened. Which brings us to our next topic.
Which is the stupidest, some of the dumbest lawsuits are happening right now in the world.
And if you don't know the backstory for all these crazy lawsuits that are going on, this started, actually, it's been a while back now, many years. Before hot iced coffee in Starbucks was a thing, McDonald's was still serving coffee. This young lady decided she wanted a coffee, drove through McDonald's drive-thru, got her coffee, set it between her legs, hit a bump, the coffee spilled, and gave her burns on her vajayjay. And she sued, and she won millions of dollars because she did not understand how coffee was made. Now, for those of you that don't know, and I know our audience, they're smart, they all know. However, Coffee is made by filtering boiling water through coffee grounds. It comes through, it filters through, and it gets the flavor of the coffee into a solution called coffee. That's how it works. It's that simple. But no, we have to award this lady millions of dollars, and it started a slippery slope.
Do you know why there are warning labels on coffee now that says caution hot? It's her fault.
It's from that woman.
Because they did it. They didn't used to say caution hot or contents are hot because they figured, people are semi-intelligent and know that, damn, coffee's pretty hot.
Yeah. And now it's gotten so bad to where we were talking today at work about there was a place that one of my coworkers knew in New York that had one of those roll-up doors, but it shot up from the bottom. It was pneumatic.
Yeah.
And there was a young kid try to rob the stand. They hit the button. The gate flies up, takes the kid with the gate,
And squeeze
slams the kid on the roof, and then slams him back down on the ground. And we're thinking, he got what he deserved. That's hilarious. But then all three of us said it. You know, if that would have happened today,
He could have sued.
he could have sued.
And he'd have won.
And he'd have won. And he'd have closed that stand down. He would have got their money anyways. And I think that's ridiculous. You know, if somebody breaks into your house and they happen to fall and break their ankle on one of your kids' toys, you know they're legally allowed to sue you for whatever you have because you had an unsafe home that they broke into?
They broke into your home with intent to do whatever, malice intent. They got hurt doing so. And they can turn around and sue. And it has happened, people. It happens all the time. There was a case where someone broke into another man's house and the guy was a concealed carry owner. He comes out of his room, he shoots the guy, hits him in the shoulder. The criminal sued the guy for his medical bills and won.
There was another case where an intruder tried to break into a home. The guy was very paranoid, actually had a booby trap set up at his front door with a shotgun. And needless to say, it made the guy hurt very badly.
Yeah.
And he sued because the booby trap was set up, and he won because the man had an unsafe home.
It kills me. That's our justice system. We will award you money for doing wrong.
And that brings me to another thing, the lawsuits. The crazy warning labels on things. It's gotten out of hand. Like, do you really have to know that you should not shove a curling iron up your anus?
Yeah, a curling iron's warning label. Look at it. Not intended for internal use.
There-
That means somebody did it.
Warning labels on hair dryers. Do not use in bathtub. Some idiot did this thinking, electricity? Yeah, that doesn't do anything with water, right?
Oh, no, it doesn't conduct at all.
Oh, it's fine. It'll be okay.
Even on the, these are some of the more extreme lawsuits we're talking about, but slip-on pee-pee money in Walmart.
Yeah.
I can sort of get that if it's not properly marked, okay? If there's just a random puddle and you slip and you legitimately get hurt, yeah, I can kind of understand that. Maybe not millions and millions and millions of dollars. Just, dude, pay for my medical bills because y'all kind of screwed me.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people go hunting for that. They will knock shit off of a shelf to make a puddle, and then their buddy will come by, slip in it, and, air quote, hurt his back. And they'll sue, and they will settle out of court and be rich.
And the worst thing is these vultures like Morgan & Morgan and Act Scary and all that crap. Because they're just ambulance chasers. You get into a minor fender bender, and they're like, no, you have permanent back damage.
Yeah, you have soft tissue damage.
It's ridiculous, man. And I mean, so many people fall for it because so many people are so gullible that they think, my back actually kind of hurts.
There's a new
bit.
one. There's a new one on TV right now that kills me every time I see it. Are you receiving unwanted cell phone calls?
Oh, yeah.
You may be entitled to $1,500 for each unwanted cell phone call you receive.
And
Call us.
What trips me out is the guy even says, if you've told them to stop calling you, they have to stop, even if they owe you money. No, they don't. You owe them money. They don't. If you owe them money, they can call you whenever the hell they want to because you owe them money.
Now, if it's some bogus-ass debt collector and you don't have any debt with that company, you can actually hit a button and be placed on the do not call list. And they will never call you again.
They won't be allowed to.
Your number gets deleted from the system. And the programming will not allow the automated service to call you. It can't. It kills me. Now, there are some things on TV, some lawsuits that I can understand, like some of the medical ones. Some of the medical ones. Some of them are a little bit crazy.
But there again, it's gone hardcore with it. You know, doctors are people too. Doctors make mistakes. Now, I understand sometimes those mistakes are costly, and I do feel bad. However, you want to know why we're going to Obamacare now? You want to know why we're having to spend so much on medical care? It's because some idiot went to a doctor with tennis elbow, and the doctor said, I really don't think anything's wrong with you. He said, yeah, there is, doc. I can't feel my arm whenever I go do the backstroke in the swimming pool because, I never played tennis. I don't know why they call it tennis elbow.
Dancer's knee.
So finally the doctor just finally gets tired of it, which they do. I've seen people do this 1,000 times. And they say, okay, we'll do something. They go in and they do what's called exploratory surgery. They go in, they make an incision.
They look for stuff.
There's no intent to actually do anything major. What they're looking is for something wrong. Obviously, they're not going to find anything because 9 times out of 10 it's fake. But then they make a mistake. You know, whenever they cut the tip of a muscle and it grows scar tissue. And now you do have a legitimate problem. But is that the doctor's fault or is that your fault? In my eyes,
I gotta say, it's your fault.
In my eyes, it's your fault. You deserve it.
There's a reason that doctors really, really, really do not ever want to do exploratory surgery. Not only do they know, they didn't go to college for 12 years to be wrong. They went knowing, okay, there's nothing wrong with this dude, but he's pitching so much of a fit. Screw it. We'll go in, we'll get him out of here, we'll shut him up. And then the little bit of human error comes in, and they nick a muscle. And now the doctor is screwed. The doctor he's got a malpractice suit on his hands, and you're going to walk away all kinds of happy. But at the same time, you walk away with money, but you also have a problem you got to deal with now. You got a messed up arm, and that's your fault.
And, doctors, they have to pay for this malpractice insurance. And every time somebody does a frivolous lawsuit like that, guess what? They have to pay. And the malpractice insurance goes up. So therefore, your premiums and everything else go up because now they got to cover these doctors whenever something goes wrong, legitimately.
And you wonder why doctors seem like they don't like their job anymore.
Yeah.
Because there's too much risk in it.
You go to school for all these years to try and help people, and then whenever you do, if you make a mistake, you pay so dearly for it, you can't even pay back your medical school bills. It's been proven that most doctors, they're in the field for like 8 years before they even come close to paying back their medical school bills.
And that's not even just regular doctors like ear, nose, and throat. That's like surgeons, neurosurgeons, geneticists, and stuff like that.
It's gotten ridiculous, man. And, a lot of it is the pharmaceutical company's fault, which brings me to my next thing that I want to talk about. What the hell is with these medications? You see the advertisement for them on TV all the time. Are you struggling with your eyes being dry? Do you walk around all day wishing for relief? Or now there's help with iStasis. iStasis has been clinically proven to help moisturize beyond what over-the-counter medicines can do. Warning! iStasis may cause pulmonary embolism, brain tumors, farting, gastral explosion, penis rot off.
Permanent blindness.
What?
That's worse.
I'm doing this so my eyes would get teary? What the hell?
That's so much worse.
I have explosive diarrhea, but at least my eyes is moist.
Oh my god.
And it's like that with all of them.
The medicine for toe fungus.
Yeah.
Do you have athlete's foot?
Yes.
Are you experiencing itchy fungal growth on your foot from being in sweaty boots all day?
All the time.
Well, now there's Stank Begone.
Hell yeah.
Spray Stank Begone on and feel immediate relief. Warning, Stank Begone may cause foot rot. You may lose your feet. Your toes may fall off. Your leg may fall off. Your heart might explode. But at least your foot won't stank.
Question.
Answer.
What?
Why would I do this?
Yeah, and that's legitimately what it is. Like,
the medicine is worse than the freaking ailment.
And the funniest things to me are antidepressants.
Oh my god.
Because
are you experiencing suicidal thoughts?
Are you feeling sadness or loneliness all the time?
Are you always the downer at the party?
Do you find yourself being drawn to your room rather than being drawn to a crowd? Well, then try party your ass off. Warning, party your ass off may cause suicidal thoughts. Suicide. What?
What? Why? No.
Depression.
That's supposed to be the opposite of what it does.
Cancer of the ovary in males.
I don't even know what that means or how that pertains to me at all.
How do males have ovaries? But I don't know. They get cancer in them if you take
gonna
this
grow
medicine.
them, and you gonna get cancer in them, then you gonna die.
Loss of estrogen. Loss of testosterone. One nut falling out. And that's what happens.
Your nose may catch fire. What?
And people are like, oh, sign me up for that, dude. Hell yeah. Anal leakage. That's one of my favorites.
Those are two words you never want to hear. Anal seepage. Never.
What's wrong with Clint over there? Aw, dude, man, he's on his new medication. He's got restless legs, and it makes his butthole weep.
What?
Yeah, it's funny. Watch him do the dance. Yeah, look at him.
No, hold on. Let's sneak around the corner. We'll scare him.
No.
Boom. Oh, no. You're doing the cross knee dance all the way to the bathroom. I gotta go home.
Dude, I heard his wife said she just doesn't even wash his underwear anymore. She just throws them away.
He has diapers. He has to wear diapers.
But yeah, why would you take something that does that, man? Like, seriously.
My favorite thing are the clinical trials.
Yeah.
Are you depressed? Are you experiencing manic depression? Are you a little bit OCD? Well, a new drug has come out, and we want you for clinical trials. In other words, you're signing up to take an untested drug to see how it works.
Rats seem to like it, so why not you?
What kills me is all those drugs had clinical trials. So the drugs that say they may cause suicidal thoughts or suicide or anal seepage, people experienced that. People died.
That shit happened. and you think
that's the warning label thing all over again.
Yeah.
It had to happen first.
like, could you imagine? Yeah, I joined this study, because my muscles twitch every now and again. It's mildly uncomfortable.
Slightly inconvenient.
It bothers me like once every week. So I took this trial, and
Now I want to kill myself.
now I have no control of my sphincter at all.
But hey, my muscles aren't twitchy.
I'm not twitchy, but I stay permanently clenched.
I go in once a week to get it pumped.
Yeah, my butt cheeks have never been tighter.
It's all about the money. That's all it is. It's all about the money. New drugs, everything like that they can charge out the ass for, that guess what? Since they're still new or since they're in the later stages of their trial period, they can just get away with charging more because guess what? Insurance doesn't cover it yet.
Nope. Insurance will not cover it.
Because they know it's crap. Oh, dude, this guy's taking that medicine that makes your butthole weep. We can charge him money.
I love it, butthole weep. His butthole's sad. Alright, guys. The next thing we're going to do is something we kind of did it last week on the show, but we're going to have a special guest star, and we have no idea what's going on right now. We asked my wife and his fiance to come up with topics like we come up with last week, worst things to say at a funeral. And they're going to test us, and we're going to do it, and we don't know what's going to be going on.
We've asked them to come up with some topics that we can just, off the top of our head, make funny. And we have no idea what they're thinking. And let me tell you something about these ladies, and I gotta be delicate here.
They twisted.
They can be messed up.
These girls cray.
We asked one of them for a fun, lighthearted topic for tonight, and somebody said, blowjobs. That's not fun and lighthearted. Yeah, they're nice, but come on.
50% of males in prison do not like blowjobs.
Yeah, because she said, oh, everybody loves those. There's a demographic in prison system that don't like them. Yeah. Then I ask her, come up with something else. She goes, chicken farts. What? What does that mean?
No one knows.
Have you ever heard a chicken fart?
I don't think I have.
Exactly. I'm assuming it sounds like like a light breeze through the trees. But all right, guys, we're gonna get them out here real quick, and we're gonna do this thing.
All right, guys, we got my wife Misty and Billy's fiance Alyssa here. Say hi.
Hello.
And they got their little cue cards here. They're gonna read them out. So whenever you're ready, ladies, take it over.
Worst explanation to give a cop so you won't get arrested.
I was late to meet my dealer. What we got next?
Just don't check in the trunk, whatever you do.
Worst superheroes.
Weenie Man. Weenie Man away.
Captain Douchebag. Oh no, he's gonna jump. Do a flip. Thanks, Captain Douchebag.
Yeah, really. Captain Obvious. Someone's robbing that bank.
You gonna do something about it? No!
He's getting away.
Worst things to hear from your proctologist.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm just kidding with you, man.
Alright, so I may or may not have gotten stung by a bee today, so it's a little swollen, but we can make it work.
If you feel 2 hands on your shoulders, don't worry, it's fine.
Things you can say to your boss, but not your girlfriend.
You know, this kind of bullshit I haven't got a raise in years.
Worst things to say to a premenstrual nagging wife or girlfriend.
What, are you on your period or something?
If I toss chocolate at you, will it stop?
Quick, child, get behind me. I'll protect you from the monster.
So does that mean no blowjob tonight?
Bad children's book titles.
The good stranger touch.
Yes, your goldfish is dead. No, it's probably not in heaven.
Everybody poops, but you do it way too much. Sometimes saying yes to drugs is good.
Oh my god.
Not everyone giving away free candy is a bad guy. Okay, I can get really bad with that. We need to go to another one.
Worst elderly woman or cougar pickup lines.
You want to hold my teeth?
You want to come to my house and call me mommy?
You know, there's room on this hover around for 2.
You want to ride my stair climber?
Baby, you take me home, you the one going to be pressing that life alert button.
Want to share a bottle of Boost?
I just took my activity and I'm ready to rock.
Oh my god, that'd be a bad time.
What's next?
Worst excuses for being late to work.
I was late to meet my crack dealer.
What is it with you and drugs, man?
I like them.
Okay, and I have the drinking problem. Clint's the drug addict, apparently. So I woke up this morning, and I was all on time and everything, and then I decided, you know what? I don't like my job. I'll just show up whenever.
Cats. What? Yeah, you heard me. Cats. Alright, car trouble. Oh yeah, what happened? I just had trouble.
There was a wizard blocking the intersection.
I'm just too damn hungover to get up on time.
I did a lot of blow last night. It's a miracle I'm even here at all.
Funniest things to do or say when meeting the president.
Sniper!
Oh my god. Oh, no, you're not the guy I voted for. I voted for the old white dude.
Oh,
Oh.
you look much taller on TV.
So about that health care. No.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got for tonight. I want to thank Misty and Alyssa. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we'll see you back next week for another episode. Billy, you got anything you want to close out with?
Guys, we really enjoy it. We appreciate all the likes and views and support we've had on Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget, we are on Twitter, so check that out. Follow us, subscribe to us, watch it, tell your friends, spread the word. It's going to be awesome.
Bye, Felicia!